What is going on, everyone? Nathan coming back at you with another almost any ability video. I've been loving all the attention this tier's been getting lately from other YouTubers, from you guys. The tier's being more active on just like the ladder. Even if you go on Smogonpedia and you're looking up sets to find for yourself to use, it feels like it's pretty like well updated already, considering how it's an OM and early on in the metagame. I love that. And literally 2 days ago, my biggest complaint with the tier, which was the presence of ice scales and fur coat, both got banned. So still a bit of a rough tier. There's still a lot of like problematic mons like Iron Bundle running around. And, you know, maybe D-Knight gets a bit of a boot at some point. You don't never know. But it's still a fun time right now is all I care about. So we're going to be playing it today in celebration of that with this awful team that was suggested to me by, I think it was called Dravos on Twitter. At first I was like, that's funny. But I was like, you know what? Maybe. And I was also talking to one of the OU council members, Jordan here, great guy. They were giving me a ton of advice building it. They built, honestly, as much of it as I did. If I'm thinking, okay, like, yeah, the 3 moths, that's a concept that's been done in OU, which has been done in VGC, fair enough. How creative of you. What about the other 3 slots? Well, there are other moths. It's worth noting. It's not just the Volcarona line. So Frost Moth, Venom Moth, of course, moths in the name. But Masquerain is the closest you can get for a 6th one, because Dustox isn't in the tier. I forget what the parallel evolution for Dustox is, but it's also technically a moth if you look at the Pokepedia or the Pokedex, Jesus. But it's not quite the same. But Masquerain, I believe its name in Japanese is Amu Moth or something. So it's close. Its design is, you know, reminiscent already. I get it's kind of one of those water treading bugs, but it's close-ish. Trust me, I don't want to use it. It's just the closest we can get to a moth. So let's start off by going through them all. And the straw that's going to stir this drink to start off is going to be this Opportunist Iron Moth. I referenced this before. It was brought up to me on my stream. All of these good ideas are never my own. It's only people on the stream. I have no creativity. I am purely a purloiner of creativity on this channel. But it's pretty sick. I mean, you know, you have a Volcarona setting up on you doing all kinds of dastardly shit. Might be less common with the recent bans. But still, what the hell? You come in, you copy the stat copies, or can't speak. You copy the stat changes, and then you go to town. I like this set as it stands right now. However, my first thought is just that you could also, if you get somebody greedy and going for a belly dance sweep, potentially belly drum sweep, you could potentially get some offense that way too, you know? So you want Discharge for the Corviknight, you want Fire Dance and Sludge Wave because of the stab, and Hurricane because if you're coming in on an opposite Volcarona, you want to be able to OHKO it. You know, the stats are better than Volcaronas at base, but they're not awesome. So you want to be able to beat the Volcarona 1v1. So I don't know, I'm kind of debating if I should just throw on a Flare Blitz instead of a Fiery Dance here, and maybe go to minus defense in the stats here, just because it strikes me that, like, you know, if you have a +2 and +2 whatever something, you could definitely copy those stat stages too and take advantage of Flare Blitz. I'm gonna go against my better judgment and get rid of Sludge Wave then and put on Flare Blitz, and then I'll make this minus defense. Seems like a bad idea. It seems like a really bad idea. I'll do minus this if I'm copying. I'm not trying to copy physical attack stab, and if it happens to be, you know, +6 stat boost, the difference between 20, you know, stats is not going to be a big difference. Yeah, okay, I can talk myself into that. I don't think Sludge Wave is going to be that highly proliferated. There might be a case where I'm losing a game because I don't have it, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But importantly, a good idea about this is this idea of Well-Baked Body is a really good item, and a really good ability in the tier right now. Gives you fire immunity, amazing already. I mean, we're a moth team. We are going to need that fire immunity, make no mistake. So that was a given. But also, it just lends yourself up to setting up like really quickly. Like anything that gives you 2 stat stage boosts on swap-in is amazing. And Slitherwing is weirdly well suited for it. It can recover with Morning Sun. I always love that Morning Sun, which used to be a bad recovery move because most of the PP is now about as good as it gets. You have Body Press, you have Bulk Up, you have Flare Blitz. So it's actually a decently good swap-in Pokemon. So it can come in on that and be instantly threatening if any fire move comes its way. That's pretty cool. My biggest problem though is I'm not sure if I should be running heavy duty boots. I think leftovers might be more optimal, but I think this sort of setup set would really get worn down quickly by spikes and toxic spikes, which there's a ton of in this here right now. So that's my main reasoning. And also literally everybody else on the team has heavy duty boots. So I felt like you gotta complete the set. You know, everybody's pulling up the Tims. You can't be seen lacking. But as a result, because of that fire immunity, it also allows us to go with a fluffy Volcarona. It's essentially the same thing as that broken fur coat set. It's actually funny, even the names are similar. It's pretty much the exact same as the fur coat. Of course, Earthquake is going to do lots of damage. Of course, fire damage moves are stronger, yada yada. But it's still a pretty strong Volcarona set, and it's going to force in a lot of counters, like a well-baked body or some sort of fire immune Corviknight, of course, right? That's going to be one of the most common things in the tier, I guarantee. And what do we have to beat that? This... No, that's a different thing. This Galvanized Hyper Beam Venomoth. Hear me out. It can hopefully bait it in with a Quiver Dance. It's on paper. Corviknight's the perfect answer for it. And then you just OHKO it with Galvanize. So stupid. Again, if this goes horribly, it was Jordan, the tier leaders, not tier leader, the OU, not OU council can't speak, the AAA council's idea. But if it worked out, I mean, it would be worth it right there, wouldn't it? One of the other big things we're going to be afraid of with a team like this, a lot of fire types, no water immunity, is going to be Iron Bundle. I think without Ice Scales being allowed anymore, Iron Bundle is really going to pop off on the tier right now. It's probably soon on the ban hammer. I mean, if it's ban-worthy in OU, and its ability isn't the reason why, it's probably going to be ban-worthy in AAA. You know, it's not a reach. So this is the hardest one to really build around. It's like, I don't even really know what's out on this guy. We'll also say another big threat to this team is going to be Extreme Speed Air Relate Dragonite. There's no ton of flying stab in the tier, but Air Relate Dragonite, I mean, Extreme Speed Dragonite's everywhere in OU, let alone a tier where you can get a ability that directly benefits that Extreme Speed boost, right? And so we are going to use Masquerain for that with Dazzling, which makes it a priority immune. It's the exact same as Queenly Majesty. And it has Ice Beam, which is very nice. So it can, in return, OHKO the Dragonite. And in theory, you can do either one of these. This Ice Beam, as long as there's no multi-scale, can exactly OHKO Dragonite. So in theory, you can do either one of these to be the Dragonite answer. The thing is, if a Frostmoth if a Dragonite tries to extreme speed a Frostmoth, it's going to, and it can't, and it swaps in, it's gonna swap out right away. Like, nobody's gonna be stupid enough to, like, you know, fuck around and find out, right? Nobody's gonna do that. Whereas Masquerain, I don't think anybody knew it had Ice Beam. I don't think anybody knows anything about it. Like, for example, it has 80 base speed. So if it's an Adamant Dragonite, which it probably will be, I don't want minus defense, not in the slightest, pal. So if it's gonna be like a minus, you know, or not plus speed Dragonite, then you can't actually outspeed it too. So it can't switch from extreme speed into a whatever. Obviously, it's not going to help us. Like, I think +1 Dragon Claw is going to wipe us from the face of the planet. Again, this is not a terribly well thought out team, but we do have Haze if that happens. It's Sticky Web because that's just a good thing to have. And yeah, so the Frostmoth is like kind of more of a utility defog. I guess I don't really need defog. I had defog at first for when I had it for the Slitherwing had leftovers before, but I guess I don't need that anymore. So I'll throw on Quiver Dance, Tailwind, I could talk myself into. You know, part of me wants to do Aurora Veil on this guy. I think that'd be fun, but there's a lot of primordial stuff in the tier, so I don't really want to screw around too much. I mean, is there anything that's better that'll be stronger versus freaking Iron Bundle? I guess I do Giga Drain for Iron Bundle. I bet it's similar, actually. Base 150, 90 plus 50, that's like 120. I guess Giga Drain's better and we get some recovery then. Okay, I'll do it for that specific case. So a lot of like lure, you know, in this team, which is never a good sign when like your team is very dependent on finding a single mon on the ladder. It's never a good sign. Like, we want Volcarona. We want fire attackers. We want Dragonite. We want, this will also be nice versus Triage, Choice Banded, Drain Punch, really anything. But again, for this guy, we want Corviknight. For this guy, we want Iron Bundle. So like very much like there's a picture of a team in mind with what this is being built around. But what the hell, let's try it out. I've talked long enough. Let's get into the games here. I've sent some other teams. If I have time, maybe this is a complete disaster, I'll play this viewer submitted team. It looks really fun. It's a sand theme teamed. Well, there's always kind of a dubious thing in AAA because there's so much Primordial Sea and so much Desolate Land. But you know, it's fun. I always have a fun time with it. We come against 4 Pokemon here. But anyways, be sending me your teams because both this and the idea for this team were both from viewers. So I'm viewing every comment here. You can always hit me up on Twitter too, of course. That's a good way to get to me. And they say a bug gym. It's a moth gym, buddy. I didn't realize this is also hitting some monotype content, which is nice. Okay, so we have a moth team versus 4 Pokemon, and is it sad to say that I think I'm disadvantaged going in? Let's go with the Volcarona is probably the best bet against most of these guys, unless I see you. And Houndstone's not gonna be that threatening much with that many dead friends. Isn't Houndstone objectively worse if you don't have 2 dead mons here? Seems like to me. Oops, misclicked. Skeledirge comes out. I kind of like Slitherwing here, although actually no, you're kind of walled in a weird way. So I'm gonna give Quiver Dance a whirl. Let's see how it goes. Torch Song will make me weaker, but I've got Psychic down the road. I know you brought a water and ground move of one of these, to be honest. I actually didn't. Funny you mentioned that. I do not even have a ground immune, which is funny. I guess I don't really need it with all these bug types, but it's not a good look. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what I do about this guy to start off. This isn't, none of the 5 Pokemon I want to come across are here right now, gang. This is bullshit. I'll Quiver Dance once, see what we receive here. Earth Power does nothing. They do get this Def Drop, that really sucks. Let's go for 1 Fiery Dance, get an idea of what their defenses are, and then potentially getting a boost on top of that. We got the speed boost, so at +1, we don't really need much more. Fiery Dance, of course, has a chance to boost our special attack, of course. Is there any other like really funny sets? And we get that, very nice. Torch Song nearly kills us. So 37 is what it hit before. That's resisted, but it's stab, so that goes to 120. Split in half is 60. And Psychic is 50% higher than that. And our special attack raised more. I think this might kill. Yeah, it does. Okay, I had to do some weird head calcs there. I said that on Twitter the other day. I was like, there's no other community has like anything comparable to head calcs. The closest thing I can think of is like, will this combo kill when you're playing a fighting game? But like head calcs is such a unique thing to Pokemon, and it rewards like time and all that shit. People just like have it like in their bones. They just know like, oh, this will do that. I mean, I say in my bones, what I did just there was like a calculus, but still, I imagine I know speed. I'm faster before boost. I'm not faster before boost. Oh shit! I don't like you, Modest, bro. What the hell? I'll keep it for now. We're still faster. Nice. Okay, so they weren't +1 or Scarf or anything like that. Might just do a basic bitch full Corona Sweep. You got a nice strat. Do I? I mean, I feel like it's a full Corona. I think it's the same strat as any other tier. I feel like they need to add 2 more Pokemon to their team. TYGG. Yeah, so it doesn't, yeah, exactly. I was wondering if maybe it would count a missing slot, but it doesn't even. Oh, you son of a bitch. But no 6-0. Okay, so Moth's team wins. If I go undefeated in this ladder streak, I will strip on camera. I will hang dong like Pooh Bear. Just, I should, this is a somewhat family-friendly channel. I don't know if I should say that. We're gonna see a much more standardized team. We do get said Iron Bundle. We get Aqua Taurus Paldea. Let's go with we're gonna see you or you as a lead. We could also see you or you, which really narrows it down, doesn't it? But Amethyst does not like Garchomp, but Masquerain kind of does. So let's give that a whirl. And I guess unless they have a rock move, it works pretty well. Yeah. We get Iron Bundle here, who has Rain off the rip. That's really interesting. They say not the Moth team. Okay, let's go to our Water Absorber. It's also got an Ice Resist, which is nice. And actually, I was wondering if it would still take it that well. I'm worried about Tinted Lens. Iron Bundles are becoming way more popular. But that's pretty manageable. You can drain the threat right now. I'm going to just do a Stun Spore. I'm expecting a swap. I love it. Let's U-turn out as they swap out. I was wondering about throwing U-turn on this guy, but I think this is the exact reason why you would do so. 328. My Venomoth is not faster. Very disappointing. I'm guessing you're threatening a fighting move right now. I don't really know what to do because it's my water immunity. I'm pretty sure water move will Oko this Venomoth. 328. Also faster than my whole team except for Iron Moth. We could use Hurricane on, which is perfectly accurate. Who else is boosting on this team? Actually, I bet you're Swift Swim. I'm almost certain you're Swift Swim. So I'm going to go to Iron Moth as bait because I'm faster, and then go back to Frost Moth. If it dies, like, you know, Iron Bundle's being crippled, it's done something. It's not the end of the world. They shouldn't be clicking a fighting move here, of course. Hopefully they're Swift Swim Bandit or something like that. Yeah, they are. So we don't know. They could switch to a fighting move very easily right here. But let's go for a Stun Spore here. They aren't choice locked. That does Oko me. Very sad. They're Life Orb. I still think they're Swift Swim. What's the play, Nathan? That's my only water immunity. And everyone else's stats are like under 400 BST. Slitherwing probably takes it. I guess it's got to be that. A Raging Bull's gonna do so much, man. Oh my god, it's still my lunch money. And I can't even Morning Sun to stall. All right. I mean, let's see what we. It's the only play. It's the only play. If they're Swift Swim, like I certainly expect they are. Garchomp's the swap out here as they do this. They're probably expecting some sort of priority there, if we're being honest. Let's go to my Flying type Masquerain, which is a nicely good answer for you too. Those rocks do not matter, friend. They Dragon Claw, which still kills. No. Okay. All a part of the plan. All a part of the plan. They definitely got EQ. I don't think Fiery. No, it obviously won't kill. I don't think Hurricane does. It's gotta be Volcarona. We will Quiver Dance here. It's not looking great. It's really not. But there's a lot of game left to be played. There's a lot of game left to be played. Iron Bundle's a swap out. Starting some really mean attacking stats here. If I can get to... I have no more water immunity. So there's no swap out anymore. If I can get to +2, if I get a full para here, I think I probably live a water move. Or an accurate move right there. Okay, I probably live one now. And then I might be able to kill. They flip turn for nothing. Now we're faster than a Swift Swimmer, which is huge too. So that's the point of this, is we're just trying to be carried by Volcarona. It's 5 moths supporting their big brother moth. It's also funny that there's literally like these super versions of Volcarona introduced, and they're not even better. Like, it's like, oh, so like better versions of Volcarona, right? Like, but different flavors. No, Volcarona is like still the best. Yeah. Yoskarada comes out. Please don't kill me. Nice. I mean, we might just win right here. I think at this range, we definitely kill Garchomp. I'm worried about some sort of priority, which we do still have. No, we killed the Dazzling Bomb. Shit. All right. Nice work, Nathan. We got a bit lucky with the Hydro Pump, but hitting a Hydro Pump through paralysis, that was fraught. I mean, that's a tricky endeavor. Gengar, there's a lot of AAA Gengar sets. I don't think any of them threaten us. Prankster Screamtail, I'm definitely threatened of, but the fact that they're not like going send it in to like, you know, Encore or some shit does reassure me a lot. Gengar's the play. Beads of Ruin. I love that it announces itself there. It insists upon itself, Lois. It insists upon itself. It's Sash, which sucks, but we do have a ridiculous amount of Spadef, which is lowered, but we're fine there. And then no point in Morning Sun, I guess. It'll restore 25%, so we'll do it again. I'm afraid to click Psychic because of a Cursed Body. That's hilarious. Don't need to worry about that, Nathan. We should see... I mean, I think we might got it. Like, the fact that they're not like, they don't have a built-in answer. I don't know what to say. Iron Bundle comes out. Let's do Fiery Dance. It's neutral. I think we got it locked in here. They didn't renew the rain either, which is nice. We got in good luck with the Fiery Dances too. We got a boost every time. So at this point, we could probably kill the Tauros with a Fiery Dance. It's hard to say no to 1400 special attack. I mean, it's in the rain. Maybe not. Maybe not. Why would we even bother? Yeah, Death Taxes, Volcarona sweeps, man. It's pretty standard. On the one hand, I want to feel bad, but I'm running a Masquerain, so you know, what can I say? GG. Okay, so far Moth's still undefeated. This is not the live I expected. We're low ladder. That's to be fair. We're low ladder. I haven't played too much of this tier, but you know, I think I'm gonna have to give myself some flowers on that one. I can buy myself flowers. Miley can buy herself flowers. I can buy myself running a water absorbed frost moth. Okay, so we see a pretty mean looking team here. It's not looking like we're gonna get a chance to show off the opportunist iron moth so far, which is really disappointing. But that's pretty good bait for the Corviknight here, which I love. I would love to go Venomoth and Quiver Dance on a Rotom Wash turn 1 Volt Switch because all these guys are the same. But I won't. I don't think Masquerain has too much to do. I mean, there's always a threat of priority with Scizor, I guess. But like, Scissor's weird, right? Because on the one hand, you associate it with Quiver Dance, or sorry, with Bullet Punch so closely, but that's because of Technician. So I don't know. In short, I don't know. I don't know. I want to keep you. I don't think you have anything to do, my guy. So I'll lead with you as we see Tyranitar. Not ideal. Again, you have so little to do. I will just go for the immediate Stun Spore. I bet you actually don't even get the move off first. That's how pathetic you are. Now, a rock weakness is not something we planned. Please hit. Thank you, sir. Copying stat boost on from T-Tar to the Iron Moth seems so useless. Like, this guy actually walls us real bad. Let's go Slitherwing. Let's not overthink it. God, I'm getting lucky. This is a lucky live. This is new reaction cam up high. This is a lucky live. There's no question. We are benefiting. We're benefiting nicely from this. They swap out to Corviknight here. Gets 20%. They reveal Rocky Helmet. You can see a U-turn. I don't want to go to Venomoth. It'll suggest that like I like that matchup. You know, I want them to come in with the Corviknight on my Venomoth. So I'm gonna go to Frostmoth again. As a Brave Bird, I skipped the turn, my bad. I wonder what their ability is. They're probably fire immune, right? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. We got one. We got one. The fiery dance. Fair enough. Libero's fun. Do I want to copy that stat change? Nah, I got a big body Slitherwing here. Let's not overthink it. Bulk up? Sure. Okay, so now we're pretty scary. What's the play if you're my... I didn't think they would stay in there in a million years. If you're my opponent, what are you clicking right now? You're not going to T-Tar. I'm not worried about it because it's so slow. The question is, I'm just asking myself, do I do something about this Dragapult who's probably coming in right now? And there's something I really can do. I'm walled regardless. I can either set up to a point where if it's physical, I can completely wall it, or I special and the best play is Flare Blitz, but like it's gonna give me such a little benefit that I'll play for it. I'll play this game like the Dragapult's physical. It comes in, it's Beads of Ruin, kind of shows its hands there. We'll swap it to Masquerain as they Draco Meteor. It's still looking pretty dicey. But that seems like a good setup opportunity right here for good old Volcarona. T-Tar makes an appearance. Rock Blast is in effect. We'll go to my Slitherwing again. I'm looking down pretty bad, but I'm getting lucky, which is nice. They know their Dragapult walls me, so I guess I gotta... Is it like... I don't know if there's anything I can do at this point in the game, right? Because there's nothing I can do to stop this Dragapult swap. I can go to my Volcarona on a double switch and try to do something, but then they just go right back to their T-Tar. And there's nothing to stop them because they have no hatchets on this damn team. Like... I guess you can go to Iron Moth and try to get a Discharge Para or a Hurricane something. They're faster. Yeah, I think I just lose this one. I'm gonna miss. Okay, I said I'm gonna play for the misplay, and they did it. That's hilarious that they did that. Because the only way I win is if they stay in that exact chance there. That's so funny, actually. So, I think I'm still down pretty bad, but they played to their lose con so perfectly there. Oh, did I hit my mic? Okay, we're good. We're good. So I still need you for their Iron Moth. Iron Moth. Volcarona I need for the bottom three pretty much. I think I have to sack my own Iron Moth. There's a chance we can survive a 2-bit KO, but Beads of Ruin, Spectric, a Meteor. I think someone's dying here. I need a miss, honestly, but we've been pretty lucky so far, so you never know. Nice. Let's get that second miss, baby. Let's see it. Hey, Babu. Okay, so now I don't really know what Volcarona, what they do to stop Volcarona from setting up here. Could be well-baked body, Scizor, you know, always a threat. Also worried about a trick right here, but I gotta play for my win here. We'll see. The Hydro Pump does nothing, baby. Ooh, watch this crit to justify all my luck so far. Nope, we get a Morning Sun off. We're chilling. Oh my god, we're so hard chilling. I'll go for one more, and then I'll get up to full, and then I'll go for the sweep. I can't believe they sacked that. Dude, my luck is insane. Hydro Pump. I'll go for one more. I don't want to get too greedy. I think this is all the stats I'm going to need. It's a Libero Iron Moth, not Opportunist. And what are you, my man? Like, my gut is that you're a well-baked body because it's a Scizor. I don't really... If you're a well-baked body, I don't really care. Okay, yeah. Jeez. Did I just win that game? There's no way, right? Something. There's another shoe that's about to drop right now, right? Oh my god. Volcarona is so broken, man. Let's get one more. I should have the video right there and title this like, "Go undefeated with ALL-MOTH on the ladder." But I need to humble myself a little. This looks like a really defensive. This looks like stall, honestly. Not great. Not what I really want to see, if we're being honest. But yeah, it looks pretty top to bottom like stall. Also, I should mention this. I found this out recently myself. This is huge. With my fears regarding regenerating this tier, it's now single ability clause. So in last generation, you could have 2 Pokemon with the same ability, which meant there was a period last generation where you have like 2 regenerated Pokemon, 2 poison heal Pokemon, and like 2 adaptability Pokemon. And it was like, undefeated. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's get there. Let's get that bread. Bird up. Bird Super Bowl, by the way. But anyways, to finish that thought, we are, it's now single ability class. There's only 1 regenerated mon. So Ting Lu might be scary with the regenerator, but at least it's not Ting Lu plus Great Tusk, right? So I'll fucking take that. Okay, so we see pretty scary team here. We're definitely going to isolate Masquerain against that Iron Hands. No reason to think it's not Triage right now, at least. Could be Scrappy, Choice Banded, whatever. But we'll play it safe. Ting Lu probably looking like Regenerator. In which case our Volcarona should beat it 1v1. You never know. Ruination evens the odds a little bit. Baxcalibur, maybe Mold Breaker. We'll know immediately if it is. But of course, my Technician set that I used earlier is really fun. Ceruledge. I should know what it is. If I, you know that movie Limitless, if I took the Limitless drug, I would remember what that is, but I don't. Volcarona, probably Desolate Lands. And you are, maybe you're Scrappy for Rapid Spins on Ghost types. In which case, knowing all of that, I like the look of my... Venomoth's not going to do too much this game. I can't believe we got the Hyper Beam kill. That was so funny. That was also a crucial part of us winning last game. I don't really care about getting Sticky Webs too early. I don't care about Frostmoth at all. And I like its matchup versus some of you guys. 1, 2. Actually, it's pretty bad for Great Tusk. It's really just such a one-trick team. I'm trying to get a specific sweep going here. If this setup Ceruledge, like I think it might be actually, again, it's tickling my brain on like what set it could be, then I guess my Iron Moth will be useful. So I don't want to throw that out there. These 3 are definitely the heavy lifters. So I'll go to Masquerain. We're both taking so long on this turn. We're both like 1000 IQing it. It's like a Death Note scene of like, but if he says anything to click, maybe he's planning to go to the Baxcalibur. But if he thinks the Masquerain is like adaptability, then I need to have my tinted lens, blah, blah, blah out. But no longer. It doesn't really matter who I start with. Almost all of these three are bad because they don't have the specific matchups they're looking for. The Dazzling Masquerain could actually be good. Okay, we get a really strong matchup off the rip here, actually. Love that. I'm just going to go for the Bug Buzz. If they're expecting an ice move. Saw your vid, man. Nice work. TY. They do stay the course. They're bulky as hell. They get up rocks. I love that we don't have to care about that. I think we're going to see a swap out here. So I'm going to go for a U-turn. They've gotten their hazards. They're going to get less than 40% after this. I'm surprised they stayed in versus a pretty threatening Frostmoth, but fair enough. They stay in. Very surprising, actually. Are they just trying to... it's weird. Go to Venomoth, I guess? This guy's definitely got Whirlwinds. Maybe it's a dumb swap. But I actually don't care about Whirlwinds because, again, there is a certain luxury of having all heavy-duty boots where you can just ignore... It sucks to not have any item, essentially. But on the other hand, it's nice to just know, right? Okay, I guess like maybe we got a non-swapper on our hands here, and this person hates to swap. So if you're going to give that to me, I'll take it. They're probably going to go to like Cerulege here and look dumb, but whatever. I don't want to swap it again on another Whirlwind. Volcarona does come out, so yeah, that was probably the play. We get a Death Drop. That's fun. Is there any play besides going to Slitherwing? I hate it because there's a good chance this guy's running Psychic, in which case this Slitherwing gets lit up. But hopefully don't go for a huge overprediction off the rip here. They do Quiver Dance. So maybe I go to Frostmoth here because I don't want to risk a Psychic right now. And if they just click a Fire move, whatever, I go to my Iron Moth and copy it, right? So yeah, let's do that. I'll sack Frostmoth here. It's not doing too much. Yeah, they do Fiery Dance. Probably gotten something off there. But even then, I'd be forced to Flare Blitz. So we go to our own. Opportunist didn't... Oh, I totally misunderstood this whole time how Opportunist works. That's really embarrassing. I thought how it worked is you swap. So you go DT. Let me read it out. I thought how it worked is when an opponent has a stat stage raised, this Pokemon copies the effect. I didn't know it was like immediately in front of you as a stat stage raised. I thought how it worked was... Oh, that's disappointing. I could have just... man. This sucks now. Well, I'll go to Slitherwing now. Oh, I could have stayed in. I'm pretty upset with myself. 28. I'm going to lose to my own Moth. This is insane. This is insane. Like I could have stayed in. Oh my god. There's a chance that they're just... No. I was going to say there's a chance that they're also Sunny Day like mine is. But that means they're also... If that's the case, they could be like either Psychic or Will-O-Wisp, either, which sucks for me. I did 28%. My god. I'm disgusted right now. Utterly disgusted. Okay, I gotta go to Masquerain. I probably should have stacked the Venomoth. For Giga Drain. Interesting. Is this guy going to die now? I don't think there's any play. I think I screwed it up. Yeah, I have to. You copy it as they copy it, but that's so lame, man. Oh man. Oh well. Let's do. There's no play to be made. Just a fundamental misunderstanding of my boy Iron Moth. What a bummer note to end the live on, but I need a crit. Thank you guys for watching. They get a crit on me. Unbelievable. I hate when people get lucky in the ladder. I've never been lucky my entire life, I tell you. Oh, well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you next time. That was a lot of fun. I can't be salty. You know what? No. I can be and I will be because Opportunist is way more shit than I thought it was. I thought it was something else entirely. And I'm also shit because if I'd known that they were going to stay in and boost on me, I could have like definitely won that. But oh well. I'll catch you guys next time. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to let me know with a comment or what type of teams you'd like to see next. Also got some other stuff cooking in the works. I'm not just being AAA guy forever, but in the meantime, I'm enjoying it. So I'll catch you later. Take it easy.